WKYC studios. This is What's Next with Russ Mitchell and Sia Nyorkor.
We begin tonight with breaking news. Fire crews are battling a massive fire at an under-construction apartment complex in Cleveland Heights. Take a look at this. It is drone video from above the complex, which is called the Marquee at Cedar Lee.
The complex is a $66 million project set for completion later this year.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us. Bryant McCray now joins us live from the intersection of Cedar and Lee with the latest on this. Bryant, good evening.
Well, yeah, good evening, Russ and Sia. We've been on scene for more than an hour now, and fire crews are still fighting that fire. If you take a look right behind me, you can see flames coming out of this apartment complex, which we're told was under construction at the time of the blaze. But this fire just seems completely unforgiving. If you take a look, you can see those flames popping from this apartment complex with smoke blowing towards the north. Now, the city of Cleveland says the smoke is moving northbound in the direction of Heights High School. Residents who live in the area, they say, please be sure to close windows and doors. Those with respiratory issues should take extra precautions. Now, Russ and Sia, we've been on scene for more than an hour now, and we've seen fire crews from different agencies coming out to battle this blaze. Now, I spoke with people earlier tonight who saw the blaze as they were walking their dog, and this is what they had to say.
We were walking the dogs and we just happened to look up in the sky and we could see smoke and you see light. So I was like, looks like a fire. We couldn't smell anything because I guess the wind's blowing in the opposite direction from where we're coming from. But yeah, it's pretty noticeable.
Now, Russ and Sia, I want to talk really quick about the conditions that these firefighters are fighting this fire in. It is freezing out here with snow on the ground, and they're dealing with a lot of water trying to put this fire out. Just take a look at this water right over here, flowing over here towards my left. You can see that flowing of water as they're trying to put this fire out. And again, it is freezing out here. It is cold, and they're trying their best to work as quickly as possible, working under these conditions. But this water is freezing quickly, and it is cold as they're working. But we will continue to follow this story both on air and online as more information comes into our newsroom. Back to you all in the studio.
All right, Bryant, thanks a lot. To give folks some more perspective now, Cleveland Heights High School right across the street, the Cedar Lee Theater right there, all these right next to each other. There's a fast food restaurant on the other side of that. So, Bryant, thank you. We'll probably see you later in the broadcast. Appreciate it. Also breaking this evening, Pete Hegseth has been confirmed as United States Defense Secretary in a narrow late-night Senate vote.
Yes, Vice President J.D. Vance cast the tie-breaking vote amid controversial allegations about Hegseth's qualifications and personal conduct. 3 Republicans voted against his confirmation. A former Fox News host and combat veteran, Hegseth pledges to bring a, quote, warrior culture to the Pentagon, completing President Trump's national security team.
This evening, an investigation is underway in Huron County after a woman was found dead outside her home. The Huron County Sheriff's Office says 43-year-old Eugenia Michelle Wadman was found unresponsive in her yard in Willard on Sunday morning. Deputies believe she may have fallen on ice while taking her dog out for a walk and likely suffered in the freezing temperatures. The Lucas County Medical Examiner is now looking into the cause of death.
Also tonight, an investigation is underway after a social media influencer from Maryland was found dead in Cleveland. The body of 30-year-old Raina Dunlap was discovered in an abandoned home on East 65th Street and Francis Avenue last week. Now, according to our partners at Cleveland.com, she traveled here to audition for a reality show back in October. Now her family is using social media to get answers. Her official cause of death is still being investigated.
A former East Cleveland police officer has been found guilty of a number of crimes. 47-year-old Larry McDonald has been convicted of tampering with records, tampering with evidence, and obstructing official business, among other charges. Prosecutors say then Officer McDonald was involved in a police chase back in March 2023. The man he was chasing crashed, but McDonald left the scene and did not report the chase or the crash. On this Friday night, let's take a quick check of the weather right now.
Yes, meteorologist Anthony Copeland joins us with the first look at that forecast. Hey, Anthony.
Hey, yeah, I think Brian did all the heavy lifting earlier with that breaking news scene. It's cold. It's cold. It will remain cold throughout the overnight. But believe it or not, we're actually on the rebound. And these temperatures we have right now will actually be warmer by the time we're waking up. But overall, latest cold front brought the return to polar air. So temperatures are ranging between the low teens, even some single digits showing up in Ashtabula right now, but it feels like number 4. It feels like 2 below in Akron, feels like 2 below in Worcester. So right now we're going to continue to bottom out as we approach midnight, but we do have a southwest wind in play. And throughout the evening, it's just been clear. We had a gorgeous sunset earlier, but clouds are rolling back in. Along with the southerly wind, that's going to help us to actually warm back up by the time we approach daybreak for tomorrow. So the clouds rolling in with our big picture forecast, remaining quiet throughout the overnight. And we're going to be starting off in the teens. So some improvement there, but we do have some small snow chances to talk about in your weekend forecast coming up.
Anthony, thank you.
As we were first reported yesterday, Cleveland State University is cutting 3 of its sports programs: wrestling, softball, and women's golf.
Now, this decision comes after the university laid off 14 staff members this past summer, while 54 others accepted buyouts through an early retirement and separation initiative.
Our Bryant McCrae, doing double duty tonight, has reaction from the CSU campus.
Friday night, a full audience cheering on the Cleveland State University wrestling team. As wrestlers hit the mat one by one, their singlets turned inside out in protest. The silent demonstration coming just a day after the university announced it's cutting 3 of its sports programs, one of them being wrestling.
It's really sad because it's a lot of student athletes that are out here supporting their colleagues and saying, you know, could this be us next? And it doesn't set a good precedent for Cleveland State.
CSU alumni Nick Korba used to wrestle for the university back in 2015, another time when the program was at risk of being cut due to budget constraints. But after raising enough money, the program was saved. Now, a decade later, Korba says this feels like a bad dream.
I didn't think this is something that we would have to fight over again 10 years later.
Fighting in front of a packed audience, the team and alumni hoping the school can find a way to save all 3 programs.
There's over 30 softball players that are losing a place to play. There's, probably around 10 golfers that are losing a place to play golf. And the real question is, whose program is going to be next?
In Cleveland, Bryant McCrae, 3 News.
And CSU says it has no plans to discontinue any of its remaining 15 athletic programs. The university also says it has made sure student athletes affected can keep their athletic financial aid.
Cleveland Clinic is laying off more than 100 people as it faces further financial challenges. The clinic tells us it is letting go of 114 people in administrative positions as it looks to better align with today's healthcare environment's needs and drive operational efficiencies. The cuts do not include anyone who works with patients. Impacted employees will be able to apply for other open positions and jobs within the organization or otherwise be offered a severance package.
Members of the Ohio Department of Natural Resources are heading to California to help battle those wildfires. Governor DeWine said today that a 9-person fire management team is on its way to Beaumont. The team is expected to begin work on Monday and will be there for 2 weeks. President Trump is keeping his campaign promise to increase deportations with the first flights underway and new troops arriving at the southern border.
And today, the president's surveying damage in 2 states hit hard by natural disasters. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
President Trump touring disaster areas on 2 coasts today with visits to hurricane-damaged areas of North Carolina and wildfire-ravaged Los Angeles, while raising new questions by promising an executive order to remake or remove the Federal Emergency Management Agency, with states leading disaster response instead.
But I think we're going to recommend that FEMA go away. And we pay directly, we pay a percentage to the state.
He assailed FEMA for its response to Hurricane Helene.
I appreciate you.
As North Carolina victims spoke about the slow road to recovery.
It's been a nightmare, and I totally feel like that we've been forgotten.
Turning to California, the president saying he has conditions for badly needed wildfire relief, including the state enacting voter ID laws and improving water policies. California officials have repeatedly denied President Trump's claims that they withheld water from southern parts of the state. It all comes as the U.S. southern border is seeing a surge in resources, with the first of 1,500 active duty troops the president deployed arriving in El Paso, Texas, as migrant deportation flights started taking off using military planes in a change in policy. Arrests of undocumented migrants also surging, including a workplace raid in Newark, New Jersey, outraging the Democratic mayor.
None of these people were rapists or murderers or criminals. The problem with it is that ICE went in there without a warrant.
President Trump pressing ahead with campaign promises while raising concerns about his administration's methods and how to help disaster victims through their darkest hours. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And as President Trump's deportation efforts continue, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, ICE, has already made more than 1,000 arrests since yesterday. The agency today alone made 593 arrests and detained more than 450 undocumented immigrants. Still ahead tonight, a warning for turnpike drivers. Unpaid tolls mean late fees starting soon. We'll tell you when.
Plus, Target becomes the latest company to dismantle DEI initiatives. What this means for workplace equality, we're back in less than 2 minutes.
What's Next is sponsored by PCC Airfoils, keeping the engines of change moving forward.
Start the new year in a new Ken Ganley Kia. We're making deals on over 1,800 new Kias. Sign and drive a new Kia from just $259 lease per month. Yep, $259 with zero due at signing. We want to pay off your trade even if you owe more than it's worth. At Ken Ganley Kia in Medina, Mentor, Alliance, and Boardman. I want to see ya in a Ken Ganley Kia.
The all-new $13 Pizookie meal deal at BJ's Restaurants. Choose from 8 great brewhouse entrees. And get the sweetest ending ever, a free personal Pizookie dessert. An entree plus free dessert, just $13. That's a sweet deal.
The pups are powered up in the all-new Paw Patrol Live, a mighty adventure. Jump into action with Ryder and the Pups live on stage.
At Playhouse Square, February 8th and 9th. Tickets are on sale now at PawPatrolLive.com.
You're way shorter than I thought you'd be. There's a shirtless selfie of me by the dumbbells. Here I am. I do air drumming. I'm a competitive air drummer.
Oh, wow.
By the way, I forgot my wallet at home, so sugar mama.
Will you excuse me?
The new Hyundai Tucson with advanced tech and safety features. There's joy in every journey. Lease the Tucson for $249 a month or get $1,250 bonus cash. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
We are continuing to follow that massive fire at an apartment complex in Cleveland Heights.
Bryant McCrae joins us live again from the scene with the latest. Bryant, tell us what you're seeing.
Yeah, good evening, Russ and Sia. Yet again, as we said at the top of the show, this apartment complex was under construction. At this point, we're not receiving any words of anyone being inside that apartment complex at the time of the blaze when it broke out. As you all know, we're near Cedar and Lee Road, right across from the historic Cedar Lee Theater. And as fire crews are battling this blaze, the Cedar Lee Theater appears to be closed, but you can see flames shooting out from this apartment complex, which was under construction. Yet again, if you all are just now joining us, we are told no one was inside the apartment complex at the time of the blaze, but of course we are right next to the Heights High School. Again, I want to paint you all a picture for just how cold it is out here as firefighters continue to battle this blaze. Look at this water right here and see how slippery it is. So you can only imagine just how cold it is as firefighters continue to battle this blaze with water as they try to put out this fire. Now, we've been on scene for more than an hour and this fire just seems unforgiving. Of course, we'll continue to follow this story both on air and online. Back to you all in the studio.
All right, Brian, thanks so much. I know you told told us earlier that those roads are closed, Cedar and Lee in that intersection. So if you're headed that way, know they're going to close. And as you also said, the movie theater right next door, Friday night, a lot of folks there. Yeah. It's closed for the evening as well. All right, Bryant, you and the crew, get warm, get safe. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Moving on now, another company has announced it's rolling back its diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. Today, Target announced it's ending its 3-year DEI plan. The company also said it will stop reporting to groups like the Human Rights Campaign's Corporate Equality Index and is ending a program focused on carrying more products from Black and minority-owned businesses. This move comes following President Trump's executive order ending all DEI initiatives at the federal level.
No secret that the political environment always has an effect on public companies, especially retailers, because they're just out there. They have to deal with the public. And we don't all have the same views. How I interpret these rollbacks is a move by Target to a more traditional and neutral stance. They're going to be a little quieter about controversial issues.
Target now joins a list of companies like Walmart, Meta, and McDonald's that have also ended DEI practices. If you have unpaid tolls from the Turnpike, you'll soon have to pay late fees again. Those fees will once again be issued beginning February 3rd. Then a week later, any unpaid tolls will be sent to the Ohio Attorney General's office for collections and to the Ohio BMV for a hold on registrations. Customers have 30 days to pay their first notice or face a $5 late fee tacked onto each toll that remains unpaid. It is now 11:17 on this Friday night. First up, I want to welcome Sia Nyorkor to the desk with us here on Friday at 11 o'clock. It is great to have you. Glad to be here, gentlemen.
Good to have you.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
And in your honor, Bryant's going to say it's going to be sunny and 85 degrees.
Warm up. I want to hear it.
Brian might say that. Anthony's not going to say that.
Anthony's going to say.
Anthony's going to say that.
Anthony's going to say it's sunny and 85 tomorrow. Brian may say it too.
I'll say it, but I don't know if that's going to be the truth or not. But this weekend's forecast, it comes with a little bit of fine print here. So, this is not typical for my character here, but we got some classic cold weather for this weekend. But look at the fine print there, folks. Yeah, we got some overnight snow to talk about, but again, nothing too impactful. But yeah, we do have a clipper system that's going to be zipping through. They could lay down maybe a quick coating of snow for most of us by the time we get closer to the middle part of your weekend. Right now, we do have the southwest winds in play. We do have a little bit of cloud coverage rolling in, and those two things are actually going to help us warm up slightly throughout the overnight. And here's this clipper system I was speaking of that's going to be arriving throughout the next 24 hours, but the main core of it is really going to be tracking throughout the upper Great Lakes. So we're going to be on the southern fringes of this, meaning just some scattered snow, quick zipping snow throughout the overnight. 14 is where we stand right now. Clear skies, but the clouds are going to be increasing. A southwest wind of 10 miles an hour. So it'll feel like number 1. It's cold. It's going to be cold by the time we're waking up. Frigid conditions, but check it out compared to where we are, slightly warmer. So morning lows starting in the upper teens to low 20s. By the afternoon, we warm right back up into the upper 20s, low 30s, but the clouds are going to be sticking around out in advance of our next storm system, and that's going to lay down maybe some quick snowflakes for us with temperatures again on the rise into the low 30s. Some of us could be approaching the freezing mark. Here's 5 o'clock for tomorrow evening. Here's your National Design Right Hour by Hour forecast. I just want to show you Saturday evening is looking quiet. Again, maybe some outside snowflakes outside of the region. But again, 9 o'clock, most of us will be just seeing cloudy conditions. Here comes our next cold front. This is post midnight. Again, Sunday morning, bringing just a quick little round of snow. By the time we're waking up, we're drying out. Most of us, again, no impacts from this. But again, temperatures starting in the upper teens, low 20s. Don't expect a lot of warming for your Sunday afternoon. As a matter of fact, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions. And I'm thinking we're going to be clearing out as we approach sunset. So that's going to be a nice touch to wrap up your weekend plans as we approach sunset. A lot of sunny skies, clearing conditions. And we're all to a sunny start for your Monday as well. So all throughout your weekend, again, that small chance of snow. Temperatures will be ranging between the low 30s, upper 20s. Again, behind this cold front, a slight dip in our temperatures, certainly something we have not experienced already for this week. But we will continue to have a more quieter weather pattern for us as we get closer to next week. Wrapping up the month of January has just been an active month for us, but back to more seasonal temperatures. But it is worth watching when it comes to snow and also some rain chances as we get closer to the top part of your February. Here's how it all plays out. But check it out, folks. The Climate Prediction Center is already signaling we could have above average temperatures going throughout the next 6 to 10 days. Here's how it all plays out. As we get closer to your Sunday, again, quiet for Monday as well with a south wind. Then a couple clipper systems working in for Tuesday and Wednesday. Then we're going to be looking at a pattern switch up for us as we get closer to late week. So a slight dip with our temperatures for Thursday, upper 20s, warming up to low 30s, upper 30s to near 40 by next weekend. Back to you.
Anthony Copeland. Thank you.
Sure.
Coming up tonight, the Cavs trying to get back in the win column in the city of brotherly love.
And Chris Renkel has the scores and highlights. That's next in sports.
Here's a look at tomorrow's Carrier Comfort Index, sponsored by CarrierOhio.com. You make it home, we make it comfortable.
I'm Russ Mitchell from 3 News. For me, local news is about sharing the stories that matter to you, your neighbors, and this community. Every day, we listen to your concerns, your challenges, and your hopes to make sure those stories are heard, because your voice truly matters. News that keeps you informed, helps you get involved, and yes, breaking news to keep you safe. I am so proud to call this community home, and when you need to know what's going on, you can count on us to keep you informed every step of the way here on 3 News.
It's a new year with new savings on over 700 new Fords at Ken Ganley Ford. Save up to $10,000 on a new F-150.
Buy a new 2024 Ford with 0% financing, 0 down.
Your choice, Bronco Sport or Escape, $299 a month. Need credit? We love to say you're approved. At Ken Ganley Ford in Parma on Brook Park Road and Ken Ganley Ford in Norton off I-76.
I'm Mike Rowe, and this is the most honest commercial you're going to see all week.
Today, we're waterproofing a basement.
How long do you think this problem has been a problem?
Well, actually, the homeowner told us that she's lived here for 42 years, and when they first moved in, they had water issues.
Yeah.
That is like your telltale sign of like, hey, I'm having an issue, and that's when people should call.
Get a free and honest inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a groundworks company.
Every now and again, I guess I like to have a little fun.
Start the new year in a new Ken Ganley Kia. We're making deals on over 1,800 new Kias. Keep your cash and buy a Kia with 0 down and 0% financing. Make no payments for 90 days. Need credit? Our finance specialists want to get you approved and into a Kia today at Ken Ganley Kia in Medina, Mentor, Alliance, and Boardman. I want to see ya in a Ken Ganley Kia.
Being a Buckeye is an everyday thing, not just for game days. And that's why GoBuckeyes.com is my go-to for officially licensed Ohio State gear. So whether you're looking for casual work stuff or something super stylish, they've got amazing options from Cutter & Buck, Pro Standard, Nike, and Champion. You'll find the right fit for any occasion. And GoBuckeyes.com is the only place to get official Nike player jerseys. Shop now at GoBuckeyes.com, the official team shop of Ohio State Athletics.
Subaru and its retailers are proud to provide new coats to children in urgent need this year.
Adventure Subaru, proud sponsor of Project Hope for the Homeless.
National Design Mart, your one-stop shop for flooring, countertops, and cabinets located in Medina and Worcester.
This sports report is sponsored by the people-pleasing people at Sarah Chevrolet in Akron.
Surely we knew the Cavs were going to breeze through the entire regular season at the clip they were going, and we may have just hit the first rough patch of the regular season for them. Cavs have, believe it or not, lost 3 of their last 6, but tonight a game against the 76ers without their best player and who also have lost 7 in a row. Cavs and Sixers showing down out in the city of brotherly love. Fourth quarter, tight game. Ty Jerome, 3-point shot from the corner. Cavs down 1, having to claw this one out. On the inbounds pass, Ty Jerome throws it out of bounds, though. That's not going to get it done. Kenny Atkinson, a little confused. I think we all were. Final seconds, still down. Donovan Mitchell from just outside the logo sinks the three, keeps the Cavs alive. Not enough, though. Cavs have lost 2 in a row, 132-129 in the final. So that sets up a big Saturday of hoops as the second longest win streak in the country belongs to the one and only Cleveland State Vikings. 11 games. Only the Duke Blue Devils have a longer streak. They've won 12 in a row. They put that streak on the line tomorrow as well, as the Vikings will host Green Bay tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. They go for win number 12 in a row. CSU sitting at 15-6 overall, 9-1 in the Horizon League. To be in the same conversation as a blue blood like Duke, good sign for Danielle Robinson's program.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, again, man, that's great, for our guys. Great attention to the program, which, again, it's a sign of the guys' hard work. And, again, Green Bay's our next opponent. We'll get locked in on them and see what happens.
College hoops tonight, Kent State at OU. Second half, Jalen Sullinger drives and leaves this one high off the glass to get it to go. Kent State up, but a close one. Under 3 to play. Jackson Pawlowski, three-point shot from top of the key is good. Gives the Bobcats a lead back. Kent State would have one last heave for the win, but it was no good. And OU wins on its home floor, 61-59. Well, there's going to be a celebration going on in Columbus this weekend, but good news and bad news today for the Buckeyes. There were rumors, we'll start with the good. Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate might go to the transfer portal and leave for greener pastures. Both took to social media to say they're staying in Columbus. Sonny Styles also coming back, but a short list: Tyleek Williams, Denzel Burke, Jordan Hancock among those going to the NFL. Another one, perhaps the biggest one, arguably, Quinshon Judkins. His time in Columbus is over. He's headed to the NFL after one season at Ohio State. He rushed for over 1,000 yards and 16 touchdowns, expected to be a top 50 pick in this year's draft. The Buckeyes will celebrate their national title, though, at noon on Sunday with dignitaries like the governor, mayor of Columbus, head coach Ryan Day, a few players. They will all be part of the celebration. It's at the Horseshoe, and it is free to attend. And Pete Carroll back in the NFL, this time as a head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Carroll's 74 years old in September, and easy to note, Browns will face the Raiders on the road this upcoming season. We don't have a date yet for that game. Well, don't go anywhere. We'll wrap up the news when we return.
No interest for 6 years, no payments for 90 days, and no money down at Helene Kia. Only at Helene Kia in North Olmsted and Sandusky.
When it comes to basement waterproofing, two things all homeowners look for: experience and someone local, or homegrown, like Ohio State Waterproofing. Since 1978, they've been Northeast Ohio's home team to over 100,000 customers, and they'll be here till the cows come home. So if you're home alone and smell something musty or damp in your basement, call Ohio State Waterproofing for a home inspection before you get homesick.
Protecting homes for nearly 50 years. What could be better than that?
Breaker, do you copy?
Goodbye, phone.
Teamwork.
Screen time.
Sometimes you guys are on screens all day.
I wonder what this is gonna be like. I'm nervous. Rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Gotcha. Dang.
Planet Oats, so creamy and not watery like.
Exactly, and unsweetened, has 0 grams of sugar.
And don't forget, it's an excellent source of calcium. Wow, Planet Oat really has it all. You guys are so right. No, you are. No, you are. No, you are. Yeah, you are.
Sure, we've got more all-wheel drive vehicles than anyone else. We've also got the 5 brothers who made their mark on and off the road for over 60 years. Like the powerful new Tundra, built in the USA with the best resale value in its class. Now, during truck and all-wheel drive season, get 2.99 APR financing on a new Tundra or $2,000 customer cash. Or you can lease a new Tundra from just $399 a month. Get yourself Toyota ready. Toyota, let's go places.
I didn't know it, but my leg and back pain was coming from my feet. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Inspiration grows here. The Great Big Home and Garden Show, presented by CarrierOhio.com. January 31st through February 9th at the IX Center. 10 days only for great deals, new ideas, and practical advice with trusted local experts. See HGTV stars Dave and Jenny Mars from Fixer to Fabulous, February 8th and 9th only. Appearance sponsored by Absolute Roofing and Construction. Shop, compare, and save on kitchens, baths, landscaping, and more at the Great Big Home and Garden Show. Save $2 on tickets at GreatBigHomeandGarden.com.
Plow through 2025 with a winter-ready Silverado 1500. Perfect for work or home. Lease a new Silverado 1500 for $289 a month. Or buy with rates as low as 5.9% at all 6 Serpentini Chevy stores or at serpentinichevy.com.
Everybody, Bad Bunny's my co-host tonight. He's here to talk, perform, and more. Let's give Carlos Sofia Gasco and check out our latest set with Lana Sebastian. It's a great show tonight.
All right, 3 News Goes starts at 5 a.m.
All right, welcome again.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
I'll get everybody's name right next week.
I'm Brian McBride. Where are you again?
Exactly. Live look down at the Terminal Tower. It is in standard colors tonight. Have a great night. Be safe, be warm, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you for watching What's Next and making it Northeast Ohio's #1 11 p.m. newscast. Continue with us and watch free now on the WKYC Plus app everywhere you stream.